the way those girls, or especially Kirby, responded after the miscue in center field.
Yeah.
What did you see out of your team in that moment?
Well, I want to talk about what you said, the miscue. Really, we've been practicing, if the sun is in the way, to talk to those to your right and left. And Netta was coming across. And when she saw MC put her glove up like it was a sunball, so it wasn't a collision in that regards. It was a plan, but MC said that she was under it and saw it the whole way. But when her glove went up, that was when Netta said, I'm going to come across, because she doesn't have the sun coming in that direction. So it wasn't fun to watch, but it was a lot of learning, that our players, have done and where they're coming and the level of where they're playing.
And just the way Kirby responded after that, what does that say about a COVID fifth year?
I tell you, Kirby, whether when she walked people or there was a miscue behind her, how about on steals when Huddy was throwing it right there and our middles were not there to get the ball? It didn't faze her. And I think when you asked that question to her, it was pretty cool, that she has come that far. You're talking about a pitcher who for 3 years with us, working with Coach, Paige Cassidy Bird, just she only had so many innings, very few innings, and then she stepped up in the past couple of years being at regionals. But this one to respond like she did, is very impressive.
What can you say about her for 3 years not being used much to now two-time conference pitcher of the year, and now she's starting in regional openers?
Yeah, it's hard to put words to it because it really comes down to trusting the gifts that God's given her. Because these kids in life, it's trying to pull you down. It's like we talked about that from mental health, and physical health. And, the answer, is Jesus Christ. And for her to build that relationship and to trust it more, that she's not defined by a game, right? And that's what so many players do. If I don't play well, then they don't feel well, right? And they play good, they feel good, but it goes up and down, such a roller coaster when you're just thinking about the world too much, and putting so much pressure on yourself for the game. And I think the biggest thing is when they play with freedom because they trust, the gifts. That's what you saw today with Kirby. You didn't see it as she did well last year, but this was a different Kirby, right? When we had JMU last year, we were up by 5 runs and they got to our pitchers. This is one of the most powerful lineups in college softball, right, at Georgia, and she just went right at him, and it's really impressive.